I'm going to have to break some sort of social distancing order and go out on the town to find some villains to beat up tonight. Or I could be more responsible and just start to take it out on the holes. Let's beat up some holes for birdies.
Birdie.
And that's a little tap-in birdie. Oh, man.
Right in the cup.
Whoa. Oh, bah. Bah. No, 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 no. Gaming. All right, welcome back. As you can see, we are about to begin round 2 of the Congressional Country Club Championship. If you have yet to do so, I would strongly encourage you to watch the partial viewing of round 1. Unfortunately, the Stratman lost the first few holes digitally into technological abyss somewhere. So check it out. Holes 7 through 18 are available, because then you'll know how I shot a -3. I'm about to embark on the second and final round of this tournament. Let's try and go a little bit lower in terms of the score and see how we can finish. And here we are at the tee. Nice par 4 to start, and that's a solid drive. We can see that pin is a little bit tucked behind this bunker, but that's actually not too bad. We have a gap wedge that we're going to have to de-loft a little bit to try and cut through that wind that's slightly into our face. Yep.
And ladies and gentlemen,
that was a perfect distance, though. Look at that. I would have had a beautiful birdie opportunity if I would not have had a fast swing on that one. Now we have a tricky shot coming out of here. I find myself in the long rough far too often. Oh! And this is not a good start. This is for par. Oh my goodness. Almost had it. Not good, considering I had the right distance on that club without the fast swing. Probably had a birdie instead of a bogey. This is a tough one. We're going to have to try to hammer this 3-wood up there.
3-wood in.
See if it can hold off. There's a bit of a ridge, so it shouldn't go too long. Didn't come back. Big break here in a birdie attempt. I gotta go way out to the left. I have to just delicately touch this one. This is very tricky. Let's see what that does. Don't go too far past. Oh, burned it. And it's still going. Now another ridiculously long par save attempt. And again we missed it. Pretty horrible start. Couldn't have started any worse than this. Now there is a lot of work to do to get back into contention.
Good.
I was feeling really good with round 1, and I actually convinced myself I would do okay on this round. But let's just try and hole this one out and get those 2 strokes right back. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh, dang it. Not giving myself very easy birdie attempts here yet. And I'm being too high of these holes, so if I miss, they just go, ooh, all right. What I was saying before that beautiful birdie was that I seem to be going past the holes. The greens are so fast, it just keeps going. I need to make sure that I play a little bit below the holes if possible. We have to club up to a 4-iron here. But a fast swing screws it all up. That thing went so far to the right, it was almost as though I had a very fast swing. We're going to try a sand wedge out of this deep rough. Put a pretty good amount of loft on it, and let's see what we can do. Checked up a bit too much. And another tricky par save. Batty does not like what's happening in this round. I am really having a bad round. Couldn't even save that one either. Look at these bogeys start to pile up. Yuck. I'm going to have to break some sort of social distancing order and go out on the town to find some villains to beat up tonight. Take out some of this frustration. Or I could be more responsible and just start to take it out on the holes. Let's beat up some holes for birdies. We have a lob wedge that we're going to throw way up into the air with some spin. Not too bad.
Okay.
Maybe a touch too much spin there. And we missed the birdie. It was a great line, just a little too soft. It just feels like we're kind of plugging away without much focus right now.
The pin.
Let's put a good hole together. I definitely don't want to use this 3-wood, which would go way over the green. We're going to have to try to get aggressive. This is a hole that really screwed us up last time. At least it wasn't a fast swing, so that should be good. Now we're left with a tricky bunker shot. I checked it up a bit too much even still, but I'll take that. There we go. We got one. All right, we're going into a bit of a wind here. We need to be aggressive, because if I can hit just past this bunker, I think it might be enough to check up under that hole, because there's a back wrench protecting it. Why is it out to the left, though? Not too bad. Oh, that turned out to be very good. Look at that.
Birdie.
And that's a little tap-in birdie. Oh, man.
Right in the cup.
Whoa. Oh, bah. After all these rounds, I've still not learned to just shut up until the putt is in. But that was a good hole.
Okay.
And that's a great drive. This pitch shot puts us in pretty good shape to try and attack this hole again. Couple hops should do. It's a birdie putt. And we made that one too. Oh, back to back. We were +1 through 6, and now we're -1 through 8. Let's see if this is a turning point. This is the par 5 I cannot get to in 2. So I've clubbed down to a 7. This puts us pretty good distance away. Ooh, a slow swing. Pushed it off to the left there. This is going to be really tricky coming out of here because I do not want to go past that hole. Ooh, almost made it. Oh, stop. Oh, that was so close to that ridge. And made the par. All right. That was a good save. So -1 through 9 after that horrible start gives me a little bit of confidence. But this is a hard, hard hole. I'm going to have to flirt with this water. I think I'm going to have enough yardage to carry it. So with this distance, it's going to be very dangerous, I know. I have to try this 3-iron. All right, it did. Phew, big time. That wasn't even that nerve-wracking once I actually saw it in the air. Wow. It looked like it would be closer. I'll take that. I've got a birdie putt on this very difficult hole. Oh, wow. Wow. What a birdie. That's great. That is the most difficult hole for me personally. But I am very grateful to walk away with that with a bird. I have to try this 3-iron, which worked out pretty well for me on that par 3. It bled out a bit left there. That's unfortunate. This is going to be tricky. Oh, I think I went way too high there. Yeah. Ta-da! So being 2 under through 12 is pretty manageable. Again, considering that awful, awful start, this pin is very tricky. Also, 7-mile-an-hour wind is going to push it. So I'm actually going to aim over towards this ridge. Going to loft this 8-iron. See if we can get it to land soft. It's a decent line. Oh, I went too far. Going full loft on that 8-iron I thought would at least take off a few yards, but it really didn't. So we'll see if we can tap this just delicately enough. I really do not want to go past the hole, even more than a couple of inches, if possible. So I'm barely going to touch it. Oh, I didn't even put it far enough out to the right. Oh my gosh. Bye. Well, this is not a good way to follow up some great holes. Get in there! Now. That's a rough bogey to take. It's the funny thing about golf is sometimes even when you make the shot you want, it does not give you the result you think you're going to get. Now we have a 5-iron. I've clubbed down a little bit because I would like to have it hit the green and roll towards the hole. And I really like that line. Keep rolling. Oh, yes. Now that's one that happened the way I wanted it to. And we'll see if we can get this birdie and make up for that bogey that we just took. There it is. Clutch. Back to 2 under with 5 tricky holes to go.
Wow, look. Good
bomb. I'm going to try a 7-iron and hope it doesn't go too far past that hole.
Looks like
oh, this could be pretty good. Apparently being pin high is almost a detriment on this course. I feel like I don't know where to position my shots to be in a good position to...
And finishing the hole with a solid putt.
What the? We just took that birdie through the side door. It was open and I took it and I want some more. What? That was perfect tee shot. The wind is going to the right and the ball went to the left, and now it is impossible for me to get even close to this. Just hit it up there and have to try and pitch it close and putt in for par. Pitching wedge flop is not going to get close, so I'm actually going to have to de-loft it. Try and get it to go a bit further and maybe ride that ridge back to the hole. Pretty good spot. Curl in towards it. Oh, yeah, now I can just tap that par in. Oh, holy, whoa. Anybody have a pool cue? Tap. Well, that was fun. But now we're into a par 5. And these are the final 3 holes. This is starting to get a championship feel for me. Starting to get a bit nervous. It went too long. I'm actually going to have to try to pitch this. Oh, but I made it work. All right. I have a chance at a birdie. Try to make it work. Great birdie. 4 under with 2 holes to go. And I need to hit this fairway, or else the second shot is basically impossible to get close. I've clubbed down here to a 6-iron. This is going to be kind of scary. This is around the same line. This is the right line I wanted. Hit. Hit. Oh, yes. Can we make this birdie and feel really good about where we're going in this round? You snake in the grass. It felt like a great line. Dang, that one would have really ended this on a high note for me.
Yards away.
Look at this beautiful view for a second. What a great finishing hole. But look at that terrifying pin placement. I'm actually going to go to a 6-iron. See what happens here. Solid swing. Oh, this might hop too far. That makes for a very, very tricky chip to finish things off here. How do you get this thing to stop? Full loft. And let it ride down. Ooh. Ooh, keep going. Oh, what a finish. Wow. Can you look at that score? 5 under par. And if you recall, this round started with 2 bogeys. It was kind of all over the place for the first 8 holes. That was a great chip in. You really can't ask for much more to end a round, let alone end a tournament that way. Now we just see where it ends. I feel like a -8 score on this championship course is going to be pretty good for my flight, but that was a heck of a roller coaster of emotion on that round. Well, thank you for tuning in with me for the Congressional Country Club Championship, which was a pretty thrilling 2 rounds. Again, thanks for tuning in. If you have yet to do so, please hit that subscribe button. Check out any of the other rounds that I've played. Have yourselves a great time. Thanks for tuning in, and stay batty.